Hello everyone. Coming from Florida, in case you haven't heard, we are under a hurricane watch warning, whatever. It's hurricane preparedness week in Florida. Nothing out of the norm for us. And I just wanted to make a little video because every time there's a hurricane and people stay behind, they don't evacuate, it's easy to judge because you've never been through it and say, why did these people not leave? Well, the reason they didn't leave wasn't because they wanted to drown or blow away. It was because this happens all the time, and there is this mass hysteria to evacuate and 15 hours of traffic to do it, and 15 hours of traffic to come back home. Not to mention there's no hotels, there's no gas, and very little supplies. So how do you evacuate when you can't get gas to drive several hundred miles away? And if, for example, you live in South Florida and you must drive 3 hours with 6 or 10 million people, everybody wanting gas to get out of town. And then all of that, and when you do stay, the winds blow a little harder than usual. You might have a tree limb fall, but everything's all right. Even if you lose power for a couple hours or even a couple days, it's over and nothing really happened. Happens all the time. Yearly, twice a year, sometimes several a year. So it's easy to get complacent and not leave town. That said, getting ready for a hurricane is an unusual experience if you've never been through it. It's just a different mindset. All the hysteria and panic kind of gets on my nerves, so I'm the first one to say, oh my gosh, calm down, people. But then you catch yourself being in a certain mode. Do I have enough supplies? Do I have enough gas? Do I have cash on hand? Just in general, like that. And I wanted to I was hoping to, let me show you what 3 days before a hurricane looks like, because it always starts early. This is the nasty weather we have. You can see it's obviously been raining for a while. Doesn't look like it's gonna stop raining, which, oh my gosh, that would have made a good video. Typical Florida weather, really, but the reason hurricanes bring trees down is because we have, I'm in Jacksonville, it's not even supposed to be here until Monday. You have 4 or 5 days of solid rain, the ground is saturated, and the tiniest little breeze brings the tree down. Oh, and by the way, there's my sweet rides. I'm all about the Jeep life now, but I can't give up my truck. Anyway, went to 5 or 6 different stores today. Sent people to 5 or 6 other stores. No bottled water to be had. Very little gas around here locally. And this is, what's today? Wednesday. It's not even supposed to be here till Monday. If people are leaving, maybe they're leaving Friday. But nonetheless, again, it's hard to leave when there's no hotel rooms, no gas, no water. Hunker down is a phrase you get sick of when you decide to stay, because if you're on social media or talk to anybody or watch the news and that dang weather guy, that's all they want to say. Hunker down, 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 hunker down. Please, please, for Irma, come up with a different phrase. I do not want to hear hunker down. In the meantime, I'm going to make a few videos over the course of this, and I am in fact hunkering down with no bottled water. I do have 2 full tanks of gas. I have a case of moonshine, matter of fact, and plenty of canned foods for the children. And, oh, this creature. Let me show you this. Hold on. I know there's a way to turn this around, but oh well. Can't figure out how to do it right now, so we'll just do this. Where you at, Mo? Mo. Mohawk. Mohawk. Do you have food? Of course he has food. So, that's it for day one. I'm aggravated by all of the panic and hysteria a week ahead of time. But by the same token, I've caught myself subconsciously going through all of the steps to be prepared for the hurricane. I hope misses the continental United States altogether. But if it doesn't, I'm here. And it's not because I don't care if I die or drown or I'm complacent or I need to be taken out of the gene pool. It's just because I've evacuated twice and dealt with that madness, and I've stayed